Guys, today on the channel, we're talking Max Edition Radiomaster radios. I'm Justin Davis, and this is Drone Camps RC. Welcome back to the channel, guys. And today's review, we're gonna check out the Radiomaster BOXER Max Edition, the M2 version with all the bling on here. These come in at around $259, and you can get them in 3 different colors with the AGO1 gimbals on here, not just the Hall gimbals like the original BOXER came with. This one is $139 right now, and this is my radio of choice. You guys saw my Radiomaster Pocket review a while back. While that's a great economical $59 transmitter, which will definitely get you started, the BOXER seems to be my best all-around radio. So if you're looking for the best kind of average radio out there that can do all the things, the BOXER is definitely still my favorite. Now, it comes along the Max Edition M2 version. It takes the best of the BOXER and gives it some of the best of the TX16S upgrades, like all of the anodized aluminum color choices. You get a kickstand in the back, which has also been extended, as well as this gimbals coming over from here. We don't have LEDs on these yet, but they also make a transparent version of the BOXER just recently too. So they're making transparent everything. Even the TX16S you can now get in transparent with LEDs, and I mean, they're going crazy with all the upgrades for these radios. But the biggest thing about Radiomaster, besides all of these upgrades and cool options and kind of visual upgrades, is that these radios work. And most of the reviewers that talk about all these radios love this brand. And a lot of you guys in the FPV community also fly Radiomaster exclusively now, which is a big deal. So I don't want to steer you the wrong way when you're looking for a radio to buy. Now, you have to know as well, I got all these radios free right here from Radiomaster. They also do not pay me to make these videos. So this is my own opinion and what I use, like right here on the channel. So you can find an affiliate link down below if you want to check out our affiliate link if you're going to buy one. You appreciate the information in this video. We're going to do a full comparison between the original $139 BOXER and what the upgrades are. So I'm going to put them side by side on the bench for you guys and give you that information now and what I might like about the upgraded Max Edition, the M2 BOXER. Let's go ahead and check them out on the bench together. Now, this is the box you get. You also get stick and switches cover that comes inside this case. And this case hasn't changed. It still has the same fabric outside. It has this rubber grip handle zipper. It's kind of a covered zipper here, accessory pouch in here, which also gives you your USB cable and a neck strap, which is kind of cool. It comes with a neck strap. Some of the radios out there don't come with it, but it's an extra wide radio strap as well. It also comes with a strap across the middle and an extra screen guard right there that you can put on there. And here is how the BOXER fits inside the radio box itself. The case, you can have the antenna on there, which I think is great. It does not fit, however, my TBS Crossfire antenna on there. The big diamond antenna sticks up, so I have to take that off, and as well as the module. I take the module off, but there's plenty of space here to be able to fit a full-size TBS Crossfire module inside this section and be able to close the case and keep my switches from breaking. Years past, if you look at my TX16S Max Edition, pretty much about 6 of my switches are broke from just kind of transporting it around and going out on flight test. And now let's go ahead and jump right into the differences between what you get for $39 versus what you get for $259. They made some subtle changes, which we're going to talk about in this review. And first and foremost, to start out, you may have noticed, obviously, the bling here. Yeah, that's a major upgrade, and it just looks cool. I asked for the gold edition. I had the previous red version for my TX16S, but this time I wanted to go kind of solid gold look there. And you can see the difference between the Hall gimbals and the AGO1s, which are completely metallized, front to top to back to bottom. They're super nice. All anodized aluminum across here, as well as the jog wheel now. And the model menu, the on-off switch here is now kind of an anodized aluminum versus plastic in the olden days, shall we say. And they also have base on the switches that are also gold. And I take and put these little silicone covers on them. Just makes my most important switches kind of stand out. And it also has a shorter built-in ELRS antenna on the top as well. So this time around, they just shortened it by a few millimeters, and what that does is it lets it fit in the case. If you notice, like right now, the way it fits in there, it's perfect, and the antenna is not hitting the top of the case. You still have probably 10 millimeters here from the top of this antenna to the side of the case. If I try to fit the original BOXER in there with the original antenna, we have a little bit of bend in that antenna, and that may matter to some people not, but when you take it out of the box, you can see it is a little bit bent from kind of just being, and that could cause some damage if you put it in there at a certain angle. So we definitely don't want to do that. I have broken so many antennas with my radios in the past. So I really like that the new BOXER fits inside the Radiomaster box with keeping this antenna on, because I was taking this off using my TBS Crossfire module, just kind of to keep it out of the way, because most of the time I have it set to external RF anyway, because I'm using Crossfire. Now, one of the other changes I noticed is that, I mean, right away you have this carbon fiber look, which is kind of cool. It's kind of a printed on here, so to speak. It's not really like real carbon fiber, it's faux carbon fiber. But they also labeled all the switches, whereas the old BOXER, what they did was they kind of had them embossed into the radio itself. You can kind of see here where Radiomaster stands out from the top of it, and it has kind of a little bit of a sheen on the logo as well. You can see there, but it was hard to see SA, SB, SC, SD. On this one, they have them better labeled, so you can clearly read everything on here. So that's really good that they did that, as well as labeling all of these mode buttons down here as well, 1 through 6. And even our trim buttons are now clearly labeled so you can read them, whereas in the past, everything was kind of like a black on black deal here. So it was kind of harder to read and harder to see when you're setting up your switches. Another nice change is the gold anodized aluminum switches on the very top, the 2-position switches. This one is a momentary and this is 2-position. I use this one for arming because in years past with the tall switch, I've accidentally flipped it, just kind of getting back in my car or kind of just moving around, accidentally armed the quad, and that could be super dangerous, cause it to fly up into your face. So it is nice to have this flush mount switch here for arming the quad. And it's just nice to have it upgraded to an aluminum switch instead of a plastic switch on the old BOXER. And again, for switches, they haven't changed anything here. They haven't added anything for the switches up top, on the bottom, and across the middle here. Pretty much everything is still the same. It's just kind of given a visual upgrade as well as a little bit of printing on the case itself. Now, a really kind of a subtle visual upgrade that they did, which is kind of nice in the hands, is the leather option now. You have the leather side grips with the red stitching here, and I don't see that they have different colors available, but they did have different colors for the TX16S Max Edition in comparison to the original kind of rubber grips on the original BOXER. But that's just another subtle change that I noticed that was kind of nice looking on this transmitter. The next difference is the way they released the kickstand on the back of the Max version. It's much longer. It's extendable. You have 2 options right here to make it shorter or taller. And this is really great for people who have extra large modules. When I'm using my TBS Crossfire antenna with the diamond antenna on there, this module is much larger than some of the other ones out there. The ELRS modules are a lot smaller made, and this one's kind of a beast now in comparison to some of the ELRS modules. But when I bring this up and I want to get this diamond antenna through here, it's much easier now to be able to get it in the back of the radio. And what this extension does in the back is it gives me extra room so that my module is not resting on the bench. When I do put it down, we have nice clearance. As before, with these kickstands a little shorter, it puts the bottom of this on the bench, which I'm not a huge fan of. And then when I fold it down like that, it still has enough clearance from the bottom here so that it's not extruding out from the bottom of the radio, which is cool. The older one had this kind of fabric strap on the back, which is nice, but that kind of eliminates the use for a kickstand. It doesn't stand up. And on the TX16 Max Edition, it's a little bit larger than the original one, but it is still not as long as this new version, which is kind of cool. It is able to go shorter as well. Right now I have it extended all the way out. I'll just show you what it looks like shorter, and that's to accommodate a lengthy type of module. And so you can see right here, if it goes all the way too short, as the shortest position, it can't fold down all the way. So it's kind of nice that you can extend it out for a larger module and make clearance for that module, as well as give it a little more space and clearance when you do use it as a kickstand on your quad bench. That's pretty cool. And I think for me, like, my favorite part of this new radio is the addition of the AGO1s on here. Really, really nice looking, just fully gold anodized aluminum versions. And if you want to get those in different colors, again, it comes in like the black and silver version, and it also comes in the red version. But I really wanted to sort of have the gold. It looks like a really cool, like almost like an Academy Award. It's really nice looking to have that difference. As far as the quality of these two, this one feels a lot more locked in, and there's definitely full metal action inside this gimbal switch, which is working out pretty good. So I'm excited to fly these. It also has front adjustable tension adjustment as well for up, down, left, and right. Now, some of the changes are so subtle in these two radios that a lot of people may have missed this next thing. And the next upgrade inside the battery tray is just so subtle. And this could help with transportation. If your radio gets bounced or you drop it on the ground, you're not gonna kind of punch your battery or your battery tray. There used to be a little kind of sliver of plastic right here, and you can see on this original one right here, it's just a sliver sticking out, which helps hold this in place, as well as your LiPo. But if you're putting a LiPo in there, you don't want this LiPo to get punched. So what they did was they actually kind of made it, kind of box that little sliver in, and that helps hold the LiPo in place. And again, if you guys are going to buy either one of these radios, I definitely recommend not using the 18650 battery tray. I would recommend upgrading to the 2S 6200 milliamp battery. I think I have literally charged this one twice in about 6 months of use. So it lasts a really long time. It's definitely worth the upgrade and the extra money. You just won't be charging your radio up as much, and you just go out and fly and not worry about it. And just to show you guys while you're here, the battery fits perfectly inside the bay with a little bit of room to move in here, as well as extra room to get these wires tucked in. And with my TBS Crossfire module on there, I can still get this battery door on and get it closed or take it off. So that's pretty much all the changes and some extra changes that they did to the Radiomaster BOXER Max Edition versus the original Radiomaster BOXER. Now, if price is an issue here, if this is too much for you at $259 with the radio, the neck strap and the case and the accessories, I get that. You don't get a battery with it. You still have to buy a battery, so that might put you up in the $300 range at the end of the day for this Max Edition. So if you want to grab the original BOXER at $139 without all the bling on it, that would be completely fine. I think you're going to love this radio. I use this radio every day for the last 6 months, and I absolutely love it since I got it. And I stopped using my TX16S because of the size in comparison, and traveling with this one's much easier too. And I also have that stick and switch cover that comes along with it. So this is great inside the case. If the case gets smashed, it is a soft case, you still have that extra protection with these on there. So this is nice. This is not a TPU 3D printed piece. This is actually molded, injection molded. So, and also a little bit bendy, but it's gonna protect it. So most of the other reviewers love the BOXER series. I know Mads Tech, Bardwell, and some of the other guys, this is their radio of choice. And when Radiomaster told me they had some upgrades for the BOXER, the Max Edition was coming, I knew it was going to take a lot of the best of the TX16S Max and throw it into the BOXER. And I think they did that because this radio is so insanely popular. So if money is no object, and you don't mind spending around the $300 price point, grab the Max Edition. I'll try to put you guys a coupon in the link down below, and that might get you, say, maybe 8 to 10% off with the code Justin Davis. And I'll try to make that happen for you guys. But I appreciate you watching the channel and seeing what's new. Definitely stay tuned and subscribe, because I have a pretty amazing release coming up as well. So more new stuff and prototypes coming up on the channel that you're gonna get to see new reviews on almost 3 to 4 days a week now. So we're constantly making new videos, and I appreciate all you guys watching and supporting Drone Camps RC. Take care, guys, and I will see you on the next one.